Configuring and managing networking in Red Hat Enterprise Linux 9. Managing network interfaces and advanced networking features. Using the networking capabilities of Red Hat Enterprise Linux RHEL, you can configure your host to meet your organization's network and security requirements. For example, you can configure bonds, VLANs, bridges, tunnels, and other network types to connect the host to the network. IPsec and WireGuard provide secure VPNs between hosts and networks. RHL also supports advanced networking features such as policy-based routing and multipath TCP, MPTCP. Implementing consistent network interface naming. The UDEV Device Manager implements consistent device naming in Red Hat Enterprise Linux. The Device Manager supports different naming schemes and by default assigns fixed names based on firmware, topology, and location information. Without consistent device naming, the Linux kernel assigns names to network interfaces by combining a fixed prefix and an index. The index increases as the kernel initializes the network devices. For example, ETH0 represents the first Ethernet device being probed on startup. If you add another network interface controller to the system, the assignment of the kernel device names is no longer fixed because after a reboot, the device can initialize in a different order. In that case, the kernel can name the devices differently. To solve this problem, UDEV assigns consistent device names. This has the following advantages. Device names are stable across reboots. Device names stay fixed even if you add or remove hardware. Defective hardware can be seamlessly replaced. The network naming is stateless and does not require explicit configuration files. Warning: generally Red Hat does not support systems where consistent device naming is disabled. For exceptions in the Red Hat knowledge base solution, is it safe to set net.ifnames is equal to 0? How the UDEV device manager renames network interfaces. To implement a consistent naming scheme for network interfaces, the UDEV device manager processes the following rule files in the listed order: /usr /lib /rules.d/60 net.rules. So let us check this file: usr lib udev rules.d/60 net.rules. That /usr /lib udev rules.d60 net.rules. So it contains only one single line. This file action double equal as of now action double equal to double quote add subsystem double quote net drivers double equal to double quote question mark asterisk attr in braces type double equal to double quote 1 program is equal to double quote /lib /udev /rename underscore device. So rename device. Result is equal to double quote question mark asterisk. Name is equal to double quote dollar result. USR lib udev rules.d60 So this is the file. This file exists only if you install the init scripts -rename-device package. The USR lib udev rules.d 60-8.rules file defines that. So init scripts hyphen rename hyphen device package. So the package is installed. I can see that in RHL 9.5 the package is installed. DNF list installed. Pipe grep hyphen init scripts hyphen rename hyphen device. So this package is installed. Installed by the Anaconda installer. During installation itself this was installed. The USR live udev rules.d 60f rules file defines that the deprecated USR live udev rename underscore device helper utility searches for the SWADDR parameter. SWADDR parameter the etc sysconfig network hyphen script slash ifcfg hyphen asterisk files. If the value set in the variable matches the MAC address of an interface, the helper utility renames the interface to the name set in the device parameter of the ifcfg file. So this file exists only if you install the init scripts hyphen rename hyphen device package. The USR live udev rules.d 60f8.rules file defines that the deprecated USR live udev rename underscore device helper utility searches for the HWADDR parameter. So this it searches for the HWADDR parameter in the etc sysconfig network hyphen script slash ifcfg asterisk files. If the value set here, if the value set in the variable matches the MAC address of any of the interface of an interface, means if so HWADDR contains MAC address of an interface. So if this value matches with any of the MAC address of any of the interface, value set here matches with any of the MAC address of any of the interface, the helper utility renames the interface to the name set in the device parameter of the ifcfg file. So in device we set the name. So the name, the helper utility renames the interface to the name set in the device parameter of the ifcfg file. See for example, cat slash etc slash sysconfig slash network hyphen scripts ifcfg hyphen asterisk cat slash etc slash sysconfig slash network hyphen scripts what is in this directory. So cat, there's only one file here now. It is deprecated, I think. Readme hyphen ifcfg change directory to etc sysconfig network hyphen scripts cat readme readme hyphen ifcfg rs.txt. Network manager stores new network profiles in key file format in the in key file format in the etc network manager system hyphen connections directory. So now it is a new directory in RHL 9.5. etc network manager system hyphen connections directory. etc network manager system hyphen connections directory. Previously network manager stored network profiles in ifcfg format In this directory, etc sysconfig network script. IFCFG format is deprecated by default. Network manager no longer creates new profiles in this format. Connection profiles in key file format have many benefits. For example, this format is INI file based and can easily be parsed and generated. Each section in Network Manager key files corresponds to. So this format is an INI file. This format is INI file based and can easily be parsed and generated. Each section in Network Manager key files correspond to a Network Manager setting as described in nm settings and nm fifth man page and nm settings key file fifth man pages. Each key value pair in a section is one of the properties listed in the settings specification of the man page. If you still use network profiles in IFCG format, consider migrating them to key file format. To migrate all profiles at once, enter nmcli connection migrate. So if you are using any older version of RHL 5 is over less than RHL 9.5, then to migrate all the profiles to RHL 9.5 to this format. So key file format, use this command nmcli connection migrate. This command migrates all profiles from IFCFG format to key file format and stores them in the etc network manager system connections directory. etc network manager system connections directory. Alternatively, to migrate only a specific profile, enter nmcli connection migrate profile name or UUID or dbus path. Profile name. So specific connection profile. To migrate only a specific profile, use a profile name, UUID or dbus path. For further details, see nm settings key file, page number 5, nmcli. So let us see this directory. See it change directory to etc network manager. Now it is changed actually in the RHL 8.5 etc network manager network scripts. Earlier it was etc sysconfig network scripts. Now it is etc network manager network scripts. etc sysconfig network scripts. Now it is etc network manager network scripts. Change directory to /etc/network manager/network scripts. Change it to etc network manager. Sorry, it is etc network manager system connections, not network script system connections directory. etc network manager system connections directory. So it is changed in RHL 9.5. Clear to clear the screen, change directory to etc network manager system connections directory ls. So only one connection is created here, ENS160.nm connection. This is the name of the device which I have in my system. IP link show. So I have ENS160. I created ENS224. I think I need to reboot for the network manager to create this device file ENS224. ENS160.nm connection. Let me see what is in this file. Cat ENS160.nm connection. So now it is in the key file format. Connection ID is equal to ENS160. It has UUID type is Ethernet auto connect hyphen priorities minus triple line interface hyphen name is CNS 160 timestamp Ethernet IPv4 DNS hyphen search example.com method is auto IPv6 ADDR hyphen gen hyphen mode is equal to UI64 method is auto proxy. So cat ENS160.nm connection. This is the file now. Let me reboot and try whether the system creates any device, any file for the extra device which I added via in VMware. Let me check it. Reboot the system. So etc network manager system icon connections directory now. So it is changed in RHL endpoint. etc network manager system icon connections directory. .nm connection, the file format, device name .nm connection. So the system has come up. Let us see how the things work. So switch user to root user account. So change directly to etc network manager system icon connections directory. It is showing only one file. IP link show. But there are two devices here. ENS224 is the next device actually. Let's see. So where is the SWADDR parameter? At en160.nm connection. It doesn't have an SWADDR parameter here. Connection type is Ethernet. Device name is also not given here. It says only the ID. So I think this is in older versions of the file. If the system uses only network manager connection profiles in key file format, use this skip step. Okay. So there is one line here. If the system uses only network manager connection profiles, So right now RHA 9.5 uses only network manager connection profiles in key file format. UDEV skips this step, so it skips this step. Okay, only on Dell systems. So if the system uses only network manager connection profiles in key file format, UDEV skips this step. Only on Dell system /usr /live/udev /rules.d /71 BIOS dev name dot rules. This file exists only if the BIOS dev name package is installed and the rules file defines that the BIOS dev name utility renames the interface according to its naming policy if it was not renamed in the previous step. Okay, if it was not renamed in the previous step, then the rules file defines that this file BIOS 71 BIOS dev name dot rules defines that the BIOS dev name utility renames the interface according to its naming policy if it was not renamed in the previous step. Install and use BIOS dev name only on Dell systems. So let us see whether this file exists. USR live udev rules.d /usr /live at /usr /live udev rules.d BIOS. 71 BIOS dev 71 71 BIOS dev name dot rules. So it doesn't have this file. Home page ls 71. So the file is not present actually. 71 BIOS dev the file is not present here. 71 BIOS dev name dot rules file is not present. If the file exists only if the okay when does the file exist? It exists only if the BIOS dev name package is installed. Okay, BIOS dev name. Let me check for this package. BIOS dev name DNF list installed pipe -I BIOS dev name. If it is not installed, DNF install BIOS dev name package. I'm installing the BIOS dev name package from local repository base versus incorrect checksum. Some packages from local repository have incorrect checksum. Clear it. So I will do one thing. I will disable the checking. etc m.repos.d slash rhl line underscore pi dot repo. The GPG check, I'm disabling the GPG check only for some time. Or I will do one thing. I will change directory to the mnt disk repository directory mnt disk Red Hat Linux, base OS, ls. Okay, it is not mounted actually. So etc fs tab. So commented it because the system was going into maintenance mode. Whenever I rebooted the system with this setup, with this line, the last line is you see here in the etc fs tab file. So systemctl daemon-reload. Okay, DAE daemon daemon-reload. Now try DNF list installed. DNF install. BIOS save name package. So installing the BIOS save name package. So it says base OS has incorrect checksum. Okay, for this I will do one thing. I will go to the etc, sorry, not etc, slash mnt slash disk mnt disk red hat ls df-ht. It is mounted on slash run slash media slash red hat slash cd-rom slash 3 slash sr0 mount hyphen t iso file mount hyphen o loop RHL DVD 9.5 DVD ISO DVD on slash mnt slash disk slash mnt disk red hat mnt disk red hat. Now try DNF clean all DNF install DNF install BIOS name asterisk. Now it is installing. Now it is installing. It is installed now. BIOS name package. The BIOS name package is installed. So this is the troubleshooting steps to install the BIOS name package. Now check this file. USR live udev rules.e71 BIOS name dot roles. USR live udev rules.d slash in the rules.d 71. Yes, now the file is present. BIOS dev_name.rules file is present here. So what does the file contain? Subsystem exclamation means not equal to net. Subsystem not equal to net. Go to net device name underscore end. Action not equal to add. Go to net device name underscore end. Name double equal to question mark asterisk. Go to net device name underscore end. ATTR and braces type not equal to 1. Go to net device name underscore end. End env in braces dev type double equal to double quote question mark asterisk. Go to net device name underscore end. Kernel command line BIOS dev name is equal to either 0 or 1 can turn on, off or on. BIOS dev name import in CMD line BIOS dev name environment BIOS dev name double equal to double quote question mark asterisk env udev underscore BIOS dev name is equal to double quote dollar env braces BIOS dev name env braces udev underscore BIOS dev name can be used for blacklist or whitelist but will be overwritten by the kernel command line argument env braces udev underscore BIOS dev name is double equal to 0. Go to net device name underscore end. env double braces in braces udev underscore BIOS dev name double equal to double quote and go to net device name underscore start. Off by default, go to net device name underscore end label is equal to net device name underscore start. Using name instead of setting interface underscore name so that persistent names are not generated for these devices. They are named on each boot. Subsystems is a double equal to PCI. Program is equal to slash sbin slash BIOS dev name hyphen sm BIOS 2.6 hyphen no PARQ hyphen policy physical hyphen I percentage K in double quotes. Name is equal to percentage C options plus is equal double quote string underscore escape is equal to replace. Label is equal double quote net device name underscore end. So still, despite installing BIOS net package, the file is this device file name for the second device is not updated here. This I rebooted the system. This will again go to maintenance mode. I think because I added an entry in the etcfs tab file, the mounting of the ISO file. It will go to maintenance mode. I think. So I need to bring the system back up from the maintenance mode by commenting the line in the etcfs tab file. See, the system went into maintenance mode. I'm troubleshooting it. So I'm editing the file etcfs tab. I'll remove the last entry. I will comment it. comment it and save the file, and I will reboot the system again. So now it will come up. So it is coming up, the system is coming up. So I logged into the system. Switch user to root account. Change directory to etc. Network manager, system icon connections. Still it is not renaming. Still it doesn't recognize the second device file. Second network interface connection. Second connection. IP link show. So EYENS 160 also does not have an IP address now. Even this also does not have an IP address now. So anyway, we learned about BIOS name package, and the rules defines that the BIOS name utility renames the interface according to its naming policy. If it was not renamed in the previous step, install and use BIOS name only on Dell systems. So it is only on Dell systems. So I'll mount it again. Mount -o loop /RHEL 9.5 -x86 underscore 64 dvd.5 so on /mnt/disk/red hat. So it is mounted. How do you see the hidden files in Red Hat Linux? ls-a to see the hidden files. So hidden files start with the dot symbol, dot bash underscore logout, dot bash rc, dot bash underscore profile. So these are the hidden files, and also the environment variables can be set here. Cat dot bash rc. So source global definitions, user specific environment. ls-a cat dot bash underscore profile. So bash underscore profile is for aliases and functions, user specific environment and startup programs. Okay, for startup programs. Suppose I want to use this, say every time I log into the system, I want this to be mounted. I want the ISO image to be mounted permanently. Then I put this command in the dot bash underscore profile script mount -o loop. slash rgl star.iso on slash mnt slash disk slash red hat linux. So I want to see the contents of slash. How do you check it? I type colon exclamation. I want to see the content of slash ls slash. So it is showing the contents of slash now. So this is the name of the file. I will take this file name. Copy this file name. So mount hyphen or loop. So this file name I want to loop. I want to mount automatically when during startup whenever I start the root environment. User specific environment and startup program. So this is only for root. So mention this file name here. Save and exit the file. If all the users have to if this has to be available to all the users, then I need to put this line in the dot bash underscore dot bash rc file. Okay, I exit root. First I will unmount the umount. See, I can see that it is mounted right now. df-ht slash dev slash loop 0 is mounted on slash mnt slash disk slash red hat linux. Now I will first unmount it. First I will unmount this file slash mnt slash disk slash red hat linux. I unmounted it. After unmounting it, I'll exit this exit the root user account. Now let me see df-ht. See here it is not mounted slash dev slash loop 0 on slash mnt slash this slash red hat linux. It is not mounted. I exit from this account, or I will try to log into root user account. Switch user to root account. See, it is already mounted now. Whenever I log into root user account, it is mounted. See, I can see df-ht slash dev slash loop 0 is mounted on slash mnt slash this slash red hat linux. It is mounted now. But same thing when I try to switch to any other user account. Sorry, exit. Now switch user to red hat. Sorry. Switch user to red hat. I now try to list df-ht. Here also it is mounted. It is by default. I will go back to root here once. I will unmount this umount slash mnt slash disk slash red hat linux. I will unmount it. Now I log into red hat user account. Now here I type df-ht. See, it is unmounted. It is not mounted now. So it is not mounted. Switch user to root again. switch user to root. Now type whether it is check whether it is mounted. Now it is mounted whenever I log in as root. Now I will unmount this file. Umount /mnt Red Hat Linux. Now I check whether it is mounted or not. See, it is unmounted. Now what I will do is I will add this entry in etc. Sorry, /etc/bashrc file. At the end of this file, I will add this entry /mount -o loop on loop/wave/ sorry /rhel. I don't have the file name. How to get the file name here? First exit the insert mode, then type colon in the command line :exclamation ls slash. So here this is the file name. I get the file name here rhel 9.5 for x86 underscore 64 dvd.iso. rhel 9.5 for x86 underscore d64 dvd.iso. Now here I type the same thing. rhel, I don't remember it actually. It is not even copying this thing. Copy is not working properly. bi etc -rc file. I want this name here. So for this I will do one thing. I'll use scripting here in backquotes ls slash and type grep -i rhel *iso file. On /mnt/disk/ Red Hat Linux ls/pipegrep rhel *iso. ls slash 5 grep hyphen I rhel asterisk dot iso means it will give me the ls slash, it will give me rhel, so ls slash 5 grep will not give me this thing, so ls slash 5. So I found out what is the command used to get this file name rhl-9.5-x86 underscore 64 dot 64 dvd.iso. So I type ls slash and then awk hyphen capital F, the field separator is space, and the print $0 means it will print a complete line, and then I grab this RHL line, RHL line, grep hyphen RHL. So this will give me the name of the DVD. I put this command in grep hyphen RHL. I put this command in etc slash etc slash bash rc. First I will remove the old file, old line, bash rc file. So I'll remove this line, double ed, save and exit the file. Now I will append this line cat double greater than symbol to append cat slash etc slash bash rc file. So what I want to append, mount hyphen o in loop. What is the loop? In single backquotes. Backquote means the starting of a command. ls slash pipe arc hyphen capital F open single quote close single quote space close single quote. I don't have to do all these things. I just I will type directly the name of the file here. rhel hyphen 9.5 hyphen x86 underscore 64 hyphen dvd.iso. I'll mount it on slash mnt slash disk slash red hat linux. So mount hyphen or loop rhl hyphen 9.5 hyphen x86 underscore 64 hyphen dvd.iso on the on slash mnt slash disk slash red hat linux. So in etc bash also will put an entry, press enter and control D to exit the cat file. Now I can check cat slash etc slash bash rc pipe tail hyphen n1. So the last line in the file. So it is the same thing. Mount hyphen or loop rhl hyphen 9.5 and x86 underscore 64 hyphen dvd.iso slash mnt slash d slash red hat linux. Now df hyphen ht. So it is right now not mounted. I will switch user to red hat and I will try df hyphen h. So the red hat user does not have this privilege to mount, so it is not mounting. If I exit, because red hat user cannot mount it, for this I have to give permission to red hat user as root account df-ht. As a root account I need to give permission to red hat, so for that I use the vsudo file vsudo -f slash etc slash sudo s slash red hat dot Sorry, this is the /etc/sudo_s.d directory. I'll create a file called redat here. So username is redat. So what should be done? Username on the domain name, sorry, server e.host example.com. I want to give privilege for this user to run the colon exclamation which mount. What is the full path for the mount command? Which mount? USR bin mount /USR/bin/mount. So Red Hat user should be able to use the mount command now. Now switch user to Red Hat. Fail to set up loop for exit. So give privilege to the ls-ld/met/this Red Hat Linux. Other users have execute permission. Fail to set up loop device or RHL. /etc/rc. RHL-9.x86_64/db.json/mnt count-o loop. It is not only RHL, it is /RHL. It is not only RHL, it is /RHL, that is why it was failing. Insert mode, type slash, now it should be fine. Source /etc -rc. Okay, this is not found here. Now let me log into Red Hat account. Fail to set up loop device. Change ownership. Triple seven on /met/this/ Red Hat Linux. ls/rhel -9.5-x86_64-64-db.iso exit ls-ld/rhel. Okay, I'll give full permission. Change ownership triple seven /rhel. This file. Now switch user to Red Hat. Fail to set up loop device. Let me try mount here, mount hyphen o loop slash RHL on slash MAT, that is fail to set up loop device. By loop command mount hyphen o loop slash RHEL on slash MAT slash this slash red hat. Spelling, same thing I will use with sudo. So now it is mounted. Sudo mount hyphen o loop. Now it is mounted. Then I will do one thing. Now you can check df hyphen ht. It is mounted. Exit. Now switch user to red hat. Fail to mount, it says. It is mounted. Umount slash mnt slash this slash red hat linux. Must be sudo umount slash mnt slash. So it must be a super user to umount. Okay, so red hat user is not allowed to execute slash bin slash umount. Now I log in as root user. vsudo hyphen f. I will give more privileges to red hat user slash etc slash sudo s dot d slash red hat. So red hat or user should also be able to use the colon exclamation which you mount usr bin you mount insert slash usr slash bin slash you mount command cat slash etc slash sudo s dot d slash red hat file. So umount is also added. Now switch user to red hat df hyphen ht. So umount sudo umount slash mat slash this slash red hat linux. It is unmounted now. Now exit nvi etc bash rc file. Give a sudo mount save and exit this file. Now switch user to red hat. See, now it is mounted. Now red hat user also can mount this slash save slash loop direct on slash mat slash this slash red hat. Now let me switch user to, I will unmount this here itself, sudo umount slash mat slash this slash red hat linux. Mount it, unmount, it is unmounted df hyphen ht, you can see It is unmounted. Now I switch user to Red Hat 1. See here it is asking me permission, uh, asking password of the root account because I given the sudo command. So, but Red Hat 1 is not in sudoers file. So even if he tries to execute it, he cannot execute it. Red Hat 1. Red Hat 1 is not in sudoers file. Even if he wants to execute, he cannot execute it. So vi dot dash rc vi ls dot ls hyphen a dash underscore profile file user specific environment and startup programs. Let me comment this line and check. But then root will not be able to. It's not mounted right now. Say switch user to Red Hat 1. Red Hat. Okay, write protected, mounted only df-ht. It is mounted. Exit. Sudo umount slash mnt slash this slash Red Hat Linux df-ht. Exit. Now df-ht root user. It is not present because this line must be added in. Uh, this line must be added in the file. ls slash dash underscore profile dash rc slash etc slash bash rc sudo mount hyphen or loop. Only those users with sudo privilege will be able to mount this file system. So for root, I need to add an entry cat slash etc slash bash rc. So cat dot bash rc mount hyphen or loop slash rhl hyphen 9.5 hyphen x86 underscore 64 hyphen dvd dot iso on slash mnt slash this slash Red Hat Linux. Control D to save and exit. Exit root file system. Now switch user to retired, sorry, switch user to the root file system. So now it is mounted. Leave an HT.